And his family didn't say how he died, but we do know he faced a number.
A lot of ups and a lot of downs.
Remembering Ozzy Osbourne, the heavy metal pioneer's 10 most memorable songs. There are pioneering music figures, and then there is Ozzy Osbourne, the larger-than-life frontman of Black Sabbath, whose personal mythology is eclipsed only by the strength and immortality of his songs. A godfather and force of heavy metal, Osbourne died Tuesday at 76, just weeks after his last performance. The English icon's idiosyncratic, throaty voice launched generations of metalheads, both through his work at the reins of Black Sabbath and in his solo career.
While performing 9 songs.
Censored MTV reality show The Osbournes.
And when you get them radio shots.
Across his repertoire, there are songs with total global ubiquity and lesser-known innovations with his unique, spooky aesthetic quality. To celebrate Osbourne's life and legacy, we've selected just a few songs that made the man, from timeless tunes to a few left-of-center selections. It would be a challenge to name a more immediately recognizable guitar riff than the one that launches Black Sabbath's 1970 mega-hit, Iron Man. It transcends the metal genre, an all-timer heard around the world and in guitar stores everywhere.
Pioneered a raucous type of music that made rock and roll sound.
You know, Gene, I was going to say, he was an original, wasn't he?
Right, and his family.
One of the great Vietnam War protest songs, Black Sabbath's War Pigs, is a rare moment where hippies and metalheads can agree. Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? Osbourne sings in the bridge. Osbourne's heaviest performances are at least partially indebted to Black Sabbath's bassist and lyricist Terry Geezer Butler, and there is perhaps no better example than Children of the Grave, the single from the band's 1971 album, Master of Reality.
Through it all, on his throne while performing 9 songs.
Censored MTV
Must the world live in the shadow of atomic fear? Osbourne embodies Butler's words, a sonic fist lifted in the air. Can they win the fight for peace or will they disappear? Black Sabbath were in a creative rut in the period leading up to Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, the opening track from their 1973 album of the same name. It's almost hard to believe now. The song features one of their best-known riffs, and its chorus features some truly ascendant vocals. Would the world know what a vibroslap sounds like without the immediately recognizable introduction to Osbourne's first solo single, Crazy Train?
pioneered a raucous type of music that made rock and roll sound.
You know, Gene, I was going to say, he was an original, wasn't he?
Right, and his family didn't say.
To call it a classic is almost a disservice. It is an addicting tune, complete with chugging guitars and Cold War-era fears. Another classic cut from Osbourne's debut solo album, Blizzard of Oz, released 1 year after Osbourne was fired from Black Sabbath for his legendary excesses, the arena rock anthem, Mr. Crowley, pays tribute to the famed English occultist Aleister Crowley and features Deep Purple's Don Airey on keyboard.
Ozfest. Tributes are pouring in.
Just rock and roll, man.
Through it all,
The title track and coda of Osbourne's second solo studio album, Diary of a Madman, runs over 6 minutes long, features big strings and a choir so theatrical it sounds like they're scoring a medieval war film. He wanted big, he wanted dramatic, and he nailed it. It wouldn't be inaccurate to call Mama, I'm Coming Home a beautiful sounding song. It's unlike anything on this list, a power ballad featuring lyrics written by the late Motorhead frontman Lemmy and a welcome deviation. That's what we can say. Don't forget to support our channel by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. We thank you all for your support.
His feet with a successful solo career.
Borns.
The American public has embraced this show.
Pioneered a raucous type of music that made rock and roll sound.
You know, Gene, I was going to say, he was an original, wasn't he?